Okay. Good morning. Today we're going to do a little bit of focusing on leg and ankle strength and balance. It's very important. Balance is very important for the health of our feet, our knees, our hips, all the way up our spine, our neck, just sort of our presence and how we stand on our feet. So we'll be doing some balance, some presence of our standing on both feet and also then balancing on one foot. But really anytime that you are, whether you're standing in the kitchen or standing in line somewhere, if you sort of really mindfully shift your weight over to one foot and just lift the other foot gently. So it doesn't have to be your hips torquing, just a nice gentle shift in balance. That can do a great deal for the health of your entire body. So we will go, actually we're going to go ahead and start this morning standing up. And I want to mention that any of these poses can hopefully at any time be done standing or sitting. So if we're doing something that's sitting that you'd rather stand, please feel free. And if you've been standing for long enough and you'd like to sit, please do that too. We're going to start in mountain pose. But again, if your knee is bothered, we'll do mountain pose a few times today. And if it's ever just sort of you're tired of standing up, you can do mountain pose sitting. Mountain pose is a mindful grounding of wherever you are to the earth point. So if it's your feet up to your knees, your hips, your shoulders are up and down, hands are open slightly, thumbs slightly pointed out, just open elbows, nice tall chest, micro bend in the knees, feet about hip width. And you can do this seated as well if you have your sit bones, your feet, your contact points with your support. But as you stand in mountain pose, maybe slow and maybe gently lower the chin, close the eyes, just feel your contact points with the earth. Breathe in, breathe out, slowly breathing in and out. Bringing yourself not just onto the mat, but really into the presence of your body and how you support yourself. Maybe gentle rocking front to back, breathing in, breathing out, maybe side to side. Just bringing that awareness to the toes, the heels, all the points in our body that hold us up. Gentle knees, feeling that strength in the hips, back, shoulders are down and back. Nice tall spine. Breathe in, breathe out. And as we bring our focus to our breath and to our practice this morning, just thinking of a word or a thought or a phrase, some sort of intention for you this morning of why you're here, why you like your yoga practice, what you want to take away, something positive and uplifting for you. And if during our quiet moments you find your mind drifting off to other things, just bring it back gently to this intention. Very nice. Now reaching your hands down and then out to the side and up. Reaching, inhale. Exhale, bringing your hands down to your heart center. A couple of breaths with our intention here. And then inhaling, reaching up overhead. Nice stretch. Exhaling, gently lowering the arms. Exhale. Very nice. Then we're going to sit for just a bit. And I'd like you to put your feet out, extending your feet out beyond your knees where you can see your ankles and your toes. Just gentle right now, just looking at the alignment. And then one at a time, pointing and flexing one foot, putting the other down, point, flex, down, just gentle, point, flex, and look at your ankles. Are they collapsing in, collapsing out? Are your toes lined up evenly, coming down towards your ankle, up towards your knee? Your hips, knees, ankles, toes, all in alignment. Point, flex, back down, point, flex, back down, point. One more on each side. If your toes are splaying out or in, just being aware of that. And now with our feet resting on our heels, again, sort of knee, hip width apart, bringing the feet, the soles of the feet in to face each other, and then rolling them out, where we're showing the soles of our feet to the outside. It can be a challenge in one direction or another, especially out, because those muscles, that's why when we roll our ankles, we tend to roll our ankles out. So we roll our ankles in, facing the bottoms of the feet out, just being aware of the muscles, tendons, ligaments, everything that might be struggling. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, showing the bottoms of the feet to each other. Exhale, showing them out. And we marry up our breath with our movement just to keep the movement slow and thoughtful. Inhale in, exhale out. Let's do two more. Very nice. And tapping it out. You might feel one foot has a little more to say than another, and that's okay, as long as we're just aware of it. No, don't be hard on yourself. Just go with what your body's doing today. Now, stretching our arms out, nice tall spine, reaching the crown of the head toward the ceiling, and let's flex with a gentle fist, flex and point down, pointing the knuckles up, and then down, up, down, just bringing some movement. Inhale up, exhale down, bringing some movement into the body. Very nice. And then with our fingers pointed up, trying to keep our arms straight, just bring some little gentle twist to the hands. So bringing the palms toward each other, but keep the arms straight. So this isn't going to be a total together. Let's keep our arms straight and just doing what you can to really stretching these outer tendons of the hands. So keeping your arms facing the screen, but then gently moving the palms toward one another and then the palms out. Inhaling forward, exhaling out. Very nice. I feel that in my elbows. So there's lots of things connected, as we know. Now inhaling, arms up. Exhaling, hands gently down to the shoulders, and then maintaining your height with your elbows as you can. So if you can make that parallel with the ground, great. If not, just to your comfort level, don't strain your shoulders. Inhaling, bring your shoulders back. Exhale, bring them forward. Inhale, sending that breath and energy into the joints. Exhale, letting go anything that feels stiff. Inhale. Exhale. In. Out. Good. Now arms up and hands up. In. Out. We'll keep the same motion, but just with our hands energized. Do two more. Inhale and exhale. Good. Bring the hands down. And then let's just bring a nice kind of fluid motion with our arms, nice and slow and fluid. Just keep your breath steady and even, just inhaling and exhaling. Doesn't have to necessarily be with any movement, but just nice, slow, really feeling your arms, feeling your shoulders. Where are your ribs and your side body when you're leaning away? Grounded in your seat. Not holding any tension in the feet or face. Inhale through the nose and out through the nose. Very nice. Two more each direction. Back straight, just getting a nice waist bend with the ribs. Very nice. And then inhaling up. And as we exhale down, we're just going to do a gentle twist. Belly, then spine and shoulders. Just your palm on your outside of your opposite knee. Just a gentle twist. We're not really trying to crank around. Just bringing some motion, maybe moving your head. Extending out with your gaze if you'd like. You can extend your gaze out past your shoulder for an additional sort of twist, engaging your eyes. Just a gentle twist. Inhale, exhale, nice deep inhale, feeling everywhere. It maybe feels a little stiff, exhaling it out. Extending a glance if that feels good, a little stretch for the eyes. Nice, 2 more deep breaths here. Nice, if you've extended your gaze, go ahead and close the eyes as you gently unwind head, shoulders, belly, and then you can open your eyes again. You just don't want to pull the eyes back too quickly. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, just gentle twist to the other side, belly, ribs, shoulders, palm on the outside of the opposite knee. Your back hand can be tucked behind your back, holding onto the chair. Head past your shoulder or whatever point feels good right now, and extending the gaze if that feels good. Inhaling and exhaling. Nice, steady breath. Feeling your breath moving all the way down your body to your toes. And then exhaling out anything you don't need right now. Relax the shoulders. Relax the face, relax the feet. Inhaling, exhaling. Very good. 2 more full breaths here. Nice full breath every once in a while. Really feel not only fills the lungs, but helps you feel where that breath is going in your body. Then exhaling deeply. Good. If your gaze is extended, go ahead and close the eyes, gently unwinding head, shoulders, ribs, belly. A little shoulder rub if that feels good. And then we're going to move into our legs and feet. So with a strap, belt, tie, I'm actually going to, I'll send this in an email for everybody. We have several ties that Jim doesn't use. I'm gonna put a bag of them at the church office. So if you don't have a tie, I really like them because they're silk, they're soft, and they're long enough to hold and all that. So they're gonna be some at the office if you just wanna stop by and grab one, and when you're there, you can ask for one, he'll have them. So for our what we're gonna do, put the strap under one foot first, just right underneath the, maybe right below the balls of the foot. And you have options here with this. If you want to focus more on strength, then don't let your hands do so much work. If you want to focus more on range, go ahead and relax the hip muscle a bit and let your arms do more of the work so that you're pulling into your range. So you kind of decide what you're going to do. So we're going to inhale and then exhale, bring the knee forward up to your chest. Inhale, straight out. Exhale, back to bend. And inhale, down. Is that right? Did I say that right? Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, take an exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, inhale, exhale. And you can play with this, what I was talking about with your hands doing more or your hips doing more. If you want to work more on range, really pulling the knee in, really pulling the knee up. My leg isn't doing as much here. Or Or if you want to do more strength and relaxing the hand, you get a very different result maybe when you're making your leg do more. 2 more on this side. Bend, straight, bend, down, bend, straight, bend, down, keeping the breath even. Now holding the bend, and again, maybe you try a little bit with your hands for range or your hip for strength. Breathe in, breathe out. Let's do 2 more breaths here, we can do it. Good, and lowering that leg down, switching to the other side. We'll inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Straight, bend, down, bend, straight, bend, down. Again, maybe playing with strength or range. Maybe doing one and then the other. More activity in the hands on one. And then the next one, letting your hip do the work and see the difference. Let's do 2 more on this side. Bend, straight, bend, down, bend, straight, bend, down. Now we'll hold the bend, either making your hip fire more or your hands for pulling for more range. Very nice. 2 more breaths. Very nice. And lowering down. All right, for the straight part of our legs, we're going to put both of our legs forward on the heels. If that's uncomfortable or you don't feel stable in your chair, go ahead and bend your knees more. But if you can straighten your legs, flexing your feet, heels on the ground, nice tall spine. Think about a very tall spine from your tailbone up through the crown of the head. Inhale, tall spine, and then sliding your hands down, exhaling straight back. Now my hamstrings fire up right away, finding the spot that you know is your stopping point. And with a neutral head, we're not going to flop our head over here. With a neutral head, straight spine, just finding your stopping point. And breathe. This is so good for our fascia, all the way from our toes, all the way up our back body to our skull. Breathe in, breathe out, a little smile in the heart, gentle smile on the face. Keeping the breath steady. If there's strain or shaking, that's okay as long as there's not pain. If you're more comfortable with more of a bend in your knees, totally fine to move to that. But just allow the breath to work as you inhale. Exhale, maybe on an exhale, finding just a tiny bit more range, keeping a straight back. Good, 2 more breaths here. Very nice. And then bringing our belly to spine, inhaling, lifting straight up, seated, bringing the feet back below us. And instead of having the feet below our knees, have them out just a bit first. And I want us to do the point our toes again. So point and down, point and down. A little more blood flow now than earlier. Sort of feeling how your feet are engaging. And now come up on a flexed toe. So the toes are flexed flat on the ground as possible and coming up on the balls of our toe. So almost like we were going to stand on the balls of our toe, bringing the tops of our ankles forward as we flex our toes, bringing the ankles forward, down, lift the heels, down. For me, this is where my ankles get wobbly. So straightness over, it's not speed. We just want to be intentional, keeping our feet straight. And then bring your feet under your knees. And we're going to come up again on the balls of our toes. And down, up, and down. And then once you've looked and you feel that you're in line, hold, hands out, palms up, holding on the balls of your toe, making sure you're straight, just pushing the ground down with the bottoms of your toes, stretching the balls of your toes, stretching up with the heels. Breathe in, breathe out. Relax the shoulders. Two more breaths here. Very good. Then exhale, lowering everything down. That has the attention of the arches of my foot and my calves. And we're going to stand and do a standing cat-cow. You can also choose to do a seated cat-cow if you prefer. But for standing, let's go ahead and work through our chair motion first. So bring your feet under your knees, leaning forward where you really feel your weight press into the balls of your toe and evenly across your feet. So with your hands out, preferably, trying to stand without your hands, without the use of your hands. Sit, stand just a little out of your chair, sit, stand, sit, and then pushing the ground away, standing up. That practice, that little motion is very important for us to do daily. Finding your balance point and lifting up without your hands. Now for a standing cat-cow, I'm going to put a bend in the knees. This is somewhat of a balance point as well, a balance. Like I said, you can sit if you prefer. Feet a little more than hip width apart. Nice bend in the knees. Really feel your feet supporting you on the ground. And then as you exhale, we're going to tuck the tailbone, lift the middle of the spine, drop the shoulders and tuck the chin. Exhale. Inhale, start with your tailbone first. Tailbone lifting toward the ceiling, belly dropping, chest and face forward. Inhale. And exhale, tailbone first. Mid back up, shoulders down, tuck. Inhale, tailbone reaching up, belly dropping, chest and face forward. Do a few of these at your own pace. Exhaling on your tuck. Inhaling, reaching out, leading with the tailbone both times. This movement is so good for our spine. I would encourage cat-cow really every day, whether it's seated, standing, hands and knees. We call it table pose, hands and knees on the ground. Our spine really needs this movement. And standing cat-cow is balance then as well and strength in our legs and core. Let's do one more. Good, and then just sort of meet me in neutral here. And then as you inhale, pushing the ground away, straightening the knees, raising the arms up, inhale. And exhale, arms down. Bringing the feet right under the hips. For just a couple breaths in mountain pose, I just want you to think again about your feet, micro bend in the knees, feeling your balance, your strength, energizing with your inhale, letting go with your exhale. Very nice. Now for these next bends, I encourage you, if you'd like, to have your chair in front of you so that you use it for balance if you need it. There's no prize for not using a prop. It's much safer to feel steady in your stretch because you've got something close by. So whether it's your chair is sideways or the back or the front, just find what works for you and make that work. So we're going to take a little bit of a wide stance here. Wider than your hips to your comfort. And inhale with hands on the hips. Coming forward again, straight spine, hinging at the hips, straight spine. And then holding onto the chair or your knees. Don't let the arms hang. If you want to be your arms down, cross your arms so that your shoulders aren't hanging. You want a nice straight back. If that's here for you with the chair, perfectly fine. And if you want to bend your knees, that's okay. But just finding a place where you can have a straight back. This is a great hamstring stretch. Inhale and exhale. Head is in line with the spine, wherever you find that spot. Breathing in, breathing out. If you're nice and secure, maybe closing your eyes so you can really feel where your inhale's going. Relax the face, relax the toes. Very good. 2 more breaths here. And then one nice big inhale. Feel the difference of that in your hips. Exhaling out. And then coming to balance wherever you are, just rotating your toes out a bit so that we're going to come to the sides a bit. I want your knees going in the same toes in the same direction as our knees. So whether you want your hands on your hips, out to the side, one on the chair, whatever you want to do, just going to do some lunging to the side gently. Coming through center, just some nice movement. Let's not send our knees past our toes. Play with your stance. If you want to widen the stance a bit, narrow it up, always feel balanced. Moving. My knees are crackling, sounds like a little popcorn. And this is totally fine too, much further in. Just be intentional. Intentional with your breath, intentional with your movement. And now staying to one side, one knee bent, other straight micro bend. And feel your balance. Feel those feet, the foot under the bent knee, the foot under the straight knee. Trying to even that out. Almost like a warrior 2 feet. Very nice. And inhaling both legs straight, exhaling down to the other side. Engaging both legs, inhaling through the nose and out through the nose. Good, 2 more breaths here. Nice, now inhaling back up to straight. Being very, let's either hands on your hips or being very present in the weight of one foot, shift the weight over to one foot and bring the other to center and then step back. And now again, just dropping the hands for a moment, connecting with our mountain pose. Feet and legs so strong. Nice breath in and out. Very nice. Now we're going to move into our balance pose. So our balance pose, we're going to do our tree pose. Again, always nice to have either a chair, a wall, something close by. Also a nice option for your wall is just slightly leaning against the wall. So instead of having your hands, this is a great way to really let yourself play with the pose without feeling that you're off balance by holding on. Or you can just, when we do tree, you can even just touch the bent knee onto the seat of the chair. That's an option. Lots of options with tree pose. So for tree pose, we start with our feet together, similar to mountain. Close the eyes for a moment. Inhaling and exhaling. And then maybe choosing what you feel to be your stronger leg or weaker leg, whichever one you want to do first, but bringing the presence into that foot that's going to be your supporting leg, what you feel good about your supporting first leg. Just shifting the weight there, keeping your body straight, beginning to bring the weight out of the other foot. And then we'll lift the knee forward, move the knee out, and then land wherever you want. You can have your toes on the ground right next to your ankle. The bottom of your foot can be on your calf. Or you can have your foot in front of you, but just not on your knee. So finding your tree pose, hands to the side, hands to the heart, hands overhead, one or the other. And again, finding something that allows you to balance and be steady. Breathing in, breathing out. Feeling that strong foot below you. And really thinking of bringing that power of the leg up through your pelvis, up the center of the body, up to the shoulders, really drawing yourself up. Can also help with your balance. 2 more breaths. Very nice. Then we'll move the knee forward, then drop the foot, and then lower the leg. We want to do that with our hips sort of unwinding and then coming back instead of being severe. It just helps us be slow and methodical, present with our movement. Also, totally fine to fall out of the pose sometimes. That's fine. Shift it up. The balance in the yoga is so much in your mind too. It's not all about what the body can do or not do. So now closing the eyes, feeling our feet, shifting our weight over into the other foot. Nice strong presence, beginning to lift the weight out of the other foot, bending the knee, swinging the knee out, and finding your spot. Toes on the floor, sort of a bicycle stand, foot on the calf, hands wherever it helps you balance. And finding your breath. Inhale and exhale. Drawing that inhale, strength up from your legs, up through your pelvis, center, shoulders. Gentle face, breathing in, breathing out. So nice. 2 more breaths here. Very nice. Then swinging that knee in, dropping the foot and lowering the leg. Little walk out. Oh, I was going to come behind my chair here. I want to do one more kind of in our balance and foot theme. Holding onto the back of your chair or hands against the wall or just one hand on the chair is fine. And looking down at your feet, maybe a little micro bend of the knees. We never want to hyperextend the knees. Come up on the balls of your toes. Slowly, if you feel unsteady at all, maybe just do one at a time. But coming up and looking down so that you can really see, let's do up and down, slowly and in line. If your ankles are falling out like mine are, slow down. Finding your balance points. Your balance will change with every bit that you come up. Just watching your feet. Nice and straight, nice and strong. And then when you feel you're ready, if you'd like to, go ahead and stay up and lift your head. Once you know your ankle is nice and straight, whatever that point is for you, or one at a time. Breathing in, breathing out. Two more breaths. And then slowly lowering down. My calves are wide awake. Maybe give a little ankle roll to each side. A little tap, a little bicycle knees. Very nice. Good. And we'll come around back to the front of our chair. And if you have something rolled up, a rolled towel, or if you don't have that, a small pillow, just something to place under your feet. Standing here in front of our chairs, just standing, it's a little bit of a foot massage. That was a lot, I know for me, that was a lot for sort of the arches of our feet. So I'm just standing, the balls of my toes are on the floor, and I just have the towel, so my heels are actually off the ground. It's just kind of in front of my heels, a little, and just right there in the arch. We just have this on the ground rolled, and we're just gonna stand with our arch on it. As long as the balls of your toes are on the ground for support. So we're just doing a little bit of a lift, but we have the towel underneath us. And then just gently bend the knees and straighten, just very gently. Nothing extreme, not like a chair pose. Just sort of shifting the weight in our feet. And then coming to stillness, straight, and then rocking back and forth a little bit, just giving our legs, the bottoms of our feet, a little bit of a massage. And also it plays with our balance, because we're doing now our balance, rocking back and forth on this towel, which is low, but just enough of a lift to make us aware of our balance. Very nice. All right, and then stepping off of the towel, and you can move it under your chair or off to the side. We're done with that. And then standing in our mountain pose for a breath or two, feeling our feet, how they might feel different in the start. Shoulders down and back, strong stance, breathing in, breathing out. Very nice. And then straight down, just reaching the arms out and up. We're going to come into a forward fold. So for a forward fold, put a little bend in your knees, straight back, protecting the back as we come forward. And then when you find your stopping point, then you can lower the head and allow the body to fold. And again, you can do your hands on your chair. You can put your hands on a block or a book, or cross your arms, your elbows, hands on the knees. But just allow yourself to fold forward. Breathe in, breathe out. Placing your hands just above your knees. Straighten your back. Inhale, and then exhale, allow yourself to find that bending spot for you. Exhale. And inhale, pushing on the above the knees. Inhale, straight back. Exhale, lowering down. And then inhale, straight back. Exhale, lower down. And then I want you to think about your feet. Bend your knees. And we're going to inhale, lifting out and up and pushing the ground away. Inhale, coming, stretching up to standing. And exhale, floating the hands down. Very nice. Now, coming to seated. Hands are down by our side. Going to inhale up, hands up, sort of hands shoulder width apart, palms together. If that bothers you, you can lower your hands, elbows at any point. But inhale, stretch. And then we're going to exhale and reach over to one side, keeping our shoulders and back in line, arms in line. Even with the head if you can, if your arms aren't quite back that far, just bringing them back to a comfort spot, no pain. And we're going to inhale and exhale out here several breaths, reaching with that upper hand, stretching that side body, breathing through fatigue. If it's pain, move your arms. If it's fatigue, see if you can stretch and release. Stretch, inhale and exhale, release. Sometimes a little movement helps with fatigue. But reaching to the side, even breath. Inhale, exhale. And then one final stretch, reach, reach, reach. Big breath and exhale, bringing the shoulders down, coming back to seated. Inhaling, hands up. Exhaling over to the side, keeping our shoulders, elbows, ears in line if possible, if we need to adjust it. This upper shoulder for me is a little more of a challenge to keep back, so it comes forward a little. Inhale and exhale. And then we'll inhale, reach. Exhale, exhale, release. Inhale, reach. Feeling those stretching points. Relaxing the tongue. There's no straining there. Inhale. Let's do two more. We can do it. Inhale. Exhale, and then reaching, reach, big reach. Inhale. Inhale to straight. And exhale, lowering the arms down slowly. That'll wake us up. Now, nice big inhale out to the side. And maybe your hands and elbows go back a little farther now than when we started. Inhale, then exhale, crossing the arms for a nice hug and shoulder massage. Looking at which elbow's on top, inhaling out. Nice big reach, and exhale, opposite shoulder on top for opposite massage and hug. I miss hugs. One of the casualties of this. Okay. Inhaling out, floating the hands down. And now we're going to come to our inversion. And we've done this a couple times. I know we haven't been live for a couple weeks, but we've done this before where we're going to have a nice wide stance in our chair. And to your comfort, I'd like you to lower your shoulders and chest and head. You can prop your elbows on your knees and then just let your head drop. That's totally fine. If the floor is accessible to you, that's fine. Or maybe a stool, a book, blocks, hands on your ankles, whatever feels comfortable. If it's more comfortable for you to have your knees closer together and cross your arms and drop your head, that's fine too. So finding your point of folding over. I want you to be stable and comfortable so you can really relax. Inversions are so good for our circulation. So allowing yourself to drop your head wherever you are, wherever your shoulders and chest are, drop the head. Relax, feeling the breath. If something feels tight, like tighten your seat and relax. Tighten your hips and relax. Oftentimes we're holding the tension and we don't even know it. Breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Smile in the heart. Relax the feet. Inhale and exhale. We'll be here for about 1 more minute. If at any time you're uncomfortable, place your hands on your knees and raise up slowly. becoming aware of your breath, becoming aware of your feet and your hands. We're going to put the hands on top of the knees. And then gently inhaling, pushing against the hands, the knees, bringing ourselves to seated. And then slowly allowing yourself to just sit, feeling that circulation. Eyes are gently open. Relax the shoulders. Relax the feet. It's kind of this lovely reorientation to coming back to seated. Very nice. Bringing some movement to the feet and hands. We're going to bring both of our feet over to the same side of our chair. So we're sitting in our chair sideways. So once you're seated sideways and you feel steady, you can always hold on one arm, of course. So we're gonna inhale, bringing both hands up, and we're going to twist toward the back of the chair, starting with our belly. Exhale, belly, ribs, shoulders. Gentle hold on the back of the chair, not a grip, but just knowing that it's there. Exhaling, inhale, exhale. Allowing yourself to really fall into this twist. The back of the chair, just making a nice full twist, a little more accessible. Inhaling through the nose and out through the nose. Extending the chin past the shoulder if that feels good. Relax the feet. Inhaling in all of this wonderful health and vitality. Exhaling out, maybe finding a little range. Twists are so good for us. They can energize us when we're feeling a little down, and they can also calm us when we're feeling a little anxious. It's really a wonderful pose. And something like this, sideways in a chair, can be done in between emails, watching television. Just a nice, beautiful twist for the body. Slow breaths in and out. Two more breaths. Very good. A nice big inhale and exhale. And then as we inhale, unwinding with the head, shoulders, ribs, belly. Very nice. And then gently moving our legs over to the other side, spinning around. Coming to our seat. Inhaling, arms up. And exhaling, belly, ribs, shoulders, neck, if you like. And just allow the breath to move. Inhale, lifting the spine. Exhale, maybe finding a little more range. Gentle hold for support on the back of the chair, not gripping. Never forcing. Just send that breath to any tight spots you feel, and then exhale them out. Closing the eyes if that feels nice, to really engage with the breath, in through the nose, out through the nose. Inhaling and exhaling. Two more breaths. Very nice. Now a nice big inhale. Big exhale. And then our inhale, unwinding gently, head, shoulders, ribs, belly. And bringing our legs back to the front of our chair. And then one final time before we do some last stretches and our Shavasana, our final rest, go ahead and bring yourself to standing. Maybe bicycle out the legs. My legs feel a little tired. And we'll come to our final mountain pose today. Just want you to feel your feet. Micro bend in the knees. Your feet supporting your knees, supporting your hips, supporting your spine, shoulders, neck, head, strong bodies. Inhaling in. So much we're doing for our bodies, and just exhaling out. So much our bodies are doing for us. Very nice, little gentle roll to the shoulders, bicycle to the knees. And I just invite you to find your comfortable Shavasana place. If that's on your chair, on the couch, on the floor, and take any final movements your body needs. It's little stretches and spots, little roll of the shoulders. And then let's point and flex. One foot, point and flex. Then the other foot, point and flex. And then both heels on the ground, little windshield wiper, side to side. Very nice. Wrist rolls. One direction, then the other. Very nice. And then bringing your presence to your right leg. Tighten, tighten, tighten everything. Your foot, your calf, your thigh, your seat. Just tighten that right leg. Tighten, tighten, tight, tight. And release. And then your left leg, foot, calf, thigh, seat. Tight, tight. Breathing, not holding the breath, but tight, tight. And release. Your arms down by your side, gentle fist, tightening all the way up from the fist to the shoulders. Tight, 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 and release. Bringing the shoulders up to the ears, up, up, breathing up, up, and release. And then reaching down with the fingertips, pushing the shoulders down away from the ears. Reaching, reaching. And release. Tucking the head gently. Tucking, not pulling, just tuck. Inhaling up, and then just think of lifting the chin, not so much dropping the head back, but with the mouth closed, lifting the chin, stretching that chin up. And release. And let's touch our shoulder blades as possible, reaching back with our shoulder blades. And release. And now drawing our face in as if we have a drawstring on our nose, bringing everything in, squeezing, 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 and release. And then a nice wide mouth, tongue out, eyebrows up. and release. Then finally, just allowing the breath to replace any distracting thoughts. Feeling the breath in through the nose and out through the nose. Maybe considering your intention from earlier. Repeating that if that's helpful, or just being very present with your breath. Inhaling and exhaling. Feet are relaxed. Legs are relaxed. Body is relaxed. Arms, shoulders, neck, face. Just you and your breath. Slowly bringing your presence back. Being aware of your breath. Beginning to deepen the breath, gentle movements to the toes and fingers. Hands and feet. Deeper breaths here just to bring everything back. If your eyes are closed, gently dropping the chin, opening your gaze. Reaching the hands down, spreading the arms out and up. Hands together in our Anjali prayer mudra. Hands down to heart center. Just being so kind to yourself and thankful for the time you've given yourself, for your health and wellness. And may we have peace and joy and love and light in ourselves. And may we share that peace and joy and love and light with others. Namaste, everyone.